Sowore plans to get rid of NBC if elected president. Human rights activist and African Action Congress AAC presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore says one of the things he will do to improve the entertainment industry is to get rid of Nigerian Broadcasting Commission, NBC. Sowore disclosed this in an interview with HipTv while revealing what he will be bringing to the table in the entertainment sector if elected president.
Let me lay down this way. If it weren't for entertainment, Nigeria would probably not be on the world map today. If Nigeria depended on the leaders, these archaic leaders, nobody would know about Nigeria anymore. But entertainment, movies, the homemade movies here, the guys who are on the music circuit have made it possible for Nigeria to stay out there glowing. And that is why we must do everything to sustain it, But entertainment is not just about piracy. It's about allowing ideas to freely, gain currency in expression. And that is why one of the things I will do is to get rid of the what is the committee that sanctions music? Is it NBC? Nigerian broadcast. I'll remove their roles from interfering with music, because the kind of expression we need that would even earn us more is there in people's brain. But when archaic people start interfering with it, telling you what to sing and what not to sing, you're killing not only the spirit, you're killing the brain, and you're killing the business. But in terms of piracy, it's a matter of enforcement, and it's not just policemen running after and destroying CDs. It's also for us to start migrating to digital platforms that will help piracy become a thing of the past, so that I buy music from iTunes, you can't pirate it that way. So encourage more people to migrate or even create their own platforms where the ideas can find, profit, currency, and genuinity.
On why he was excluded from the presidential debate that also had candidates of two major political parties absent, he had this to say.
It was the Nigerian election debate group that carried out that fraud. And we took them to court, and we were on the verge of exposing them to the judge and stuff. You know how it is. So we couldn't get a court judgment to restore us. But they were clearly afraid about the fact that I'm coming on national TV to point directly at the failures of the government, to call out the names of people in government who are destroying the country. I was going to name names, and most importantly, to bring my ideas as to how Nigeria will change. And they knew that the moment that process is done, they'll be in trouble with Nigerian people. So they did everything they can to exclude us. We won an online poll. We're number 3 on an online poll. And then they went and said they were using other methodologies to choose candidate. But guess what? I wasn't there, but I was there. That day everybody kept asking after listening to the 3 other candidates that debated themselves, where Sowore, and we started trending even on Twitter immediately. And I think a few days later, we were on NTA. You saw the candidates, and that changed the whole conversation about. Then people realized why they were afraid for me to be at the debate, because even NTA, the candidates, started scrambling my voice whenever I spoke about things that were important. For example, when they asked me the question, don't you have foreign influence behind you? And I laid it and I said, the people that have foreign influence are the people who went and bought visa for 1.something million naira just to go to America for 2 days. I was referring to Atiku. They scrambled it out. When I started talking about Buhari's failures, they started scrambling it out. So at the end of the day, the people got the message, and that's what is most important. But that's the explanation for why I was excluded. It was deliberate exclusion so that I would not embarrass their principles.
Sowore, who said he believes INEC was designed by the political party in power to rig election, says he isn't planning to win the election through electoral body.
I'm not trying to win the election by, through INEC. I'm working to win the election through the people. And when people vote and stand by their votes, INEC will become irrelevant. Do you know why I said so? In 2015, INEC was still counting ballot papers when Sahara reporters released results of 10 states. And while INEC was still working to rig the election, the results were out. That was why Orubebe lost his mind at that time. It was because of reporting. Look, citizens can stay ahead of criminals, And that's what happens when you are quick on your feet. I'm not worried about that. I know what they could be capable of doing. We already seen signs of it, the way they are dealing with the judiciary. There are signs all over the place that they don't even want elections to happen, talk less of having a free and fair election.